runway 25 left at Brussels Airport. Autopilot is now in control. We'll begin preparing for the final landing, and below 2000 feet, flaps 2 and gear down. And gear is down, 3 green, and we have landing checklist on the ECAM. Flaps should be full, so flaps 3, set, and flaps full. Set. We'll be simulating a go-round when we're reaching minimums and we won't see the runway inside. Go-round procedure for Brussels 25 left is written in the chart.
1000.
For go-round, we'll climb to 700 feet, then turn heading 119 and intercept Foxtrot Lima Oscar VOR on course 265 and climb to altitude 4,500. So we have everything set up, altitude 4,500 and speed is good, and we're ready for landing checklist. Cabin crew advised, auto throttle is speed, auto brake is no, and ECAM manual landing no blue. So we continue.
500.
500, runway is not in sight. Minimum is 200 feet above runway.
400. 100 above.
100 above. And approaching minimums. Autopilot is off.
Minimum.
Minimums, runway not in sight, going ground. Immediately pulling up and thrust to go around, and flaps 1 notch up. So flaps 3. When positive climb is reached, command for gear up. So gear up. And flaps 2. And 700 feet, we can turn towards 119. 119er, follow the flight director. And thrust to climb. Flaps 1. And flaps up. So we're climbing to 4,500 feet and on heading 119er. LS mode off and VOR mode on, so we would intercept the VOR. Already 4,000 feet, your bus is climbing at a very high rate. And 4,000. And heading 119. Just a small correction will be needed to intercept 265 outbound radial for VOR Foxtrot Lima Oscar, and then we would go for another turn. The co-pilot in the meantime would do after takeoff checklist as is after normal takeoff, and the next landing would be made again. If still the runway would not be in sight, then an alternative airport probably would be selected, and we would go there and land at another airport. So this is the main procedure for the go-round. We're inbound for, again, 25 left at Brussels Airport and descending to 8,000 feet at flight level 170. And engine flame mode. Half of the cockpit immediately goes to blank, autopilot is off and not available. emergency power turns on. Now the important thing is that we have fuel available. If we have fuel available, that means that we can turn on the EPU. So EPU immediately on, and we start to trying to relight the engines. So start, thrust levers idle, and we continue to descend at about 1,300-1,600 feet per minute and search immediately for the nearest airport. We are currently pretty high above Brussels, so we should be able to land at Brussels International. And EPU is starting. Trying not to lose the airspeed too much. And EPU has started. So we have power back on. We reset the flight controls. And then we have flight director available. Alright, engines didn't restart, so we don't have any engines. Let's try again. Engine masters to off, and we'll try to turn them to on in about 30 seconds. In the meantime, EPU bleed is on. Good. LS is available. We start turning towards the runway. The co-pilot in the meantime sets the squawk to 7700, contacts the ATC, informs that we have emergency on board to let the airport know that we're coming in. And let's start again. Engine masters on. And cabin, to secure the cabin, prepare for emergency landing. And for landing we'll be using flaps 3 and higher speed. For approach we have a green dot speed on the main display that is around 190. We should keep it at all times, and final approach speed will be 150, and landing speed something less. We won't have auto brake, just 1000 psi on the brakes from the accumulator, and so on. The hydraulics are not working, so we won't be able to extend the landing gear with the lever. We'll have to use it with gravity extension at around 5000 feet. And the main difference in this, if we have fuel and if we don't have any fuel, the main difference is that without any fuel we wouldn't be able to deploy the APU, and would have to use the RAT, a small propeller that descends from the bell of the plane to power the plane. In this case we have the APU, and we have some hydraulic power and also electricity enough for everything. Runway is in sight, and we keep the plane higher and faster than we would on the normal approach, of course. Send it 2000 and speed 190. Okay, let's start deploying the flaps. Flaps 1. We deploy very slowly. And let's decrease the speed a bit with speed brakes. Okay, and gear extension, manual, and you can feel the gear doors open and unlock. Let's check if they are down, one down, and all three down. Gear down, locked. last brake. And the final speed. Final flaps. So try to maintain 150, and that won't be a problem. We're too high for the approach, but we wouldn't go around in this case anyway. And some more speed brake. So auto brake will not deploy. On touchdown, engine master switches will go to off. APU will go to off. We'll only have emergency power available, and after stopping, we'll evacuate.
1000.
Okay, speed brake on. Speed is currently 165. Slow down over the runway. Brussels has a very long runway, we should have no problem stopping the airplane.
500, 400, 300,
60,
200, 100, 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard, 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 retard.
And touching down. And then brakes. Engine master switches to off. Master switch APU off. And we're stopped. Parking brake to on, and evacuate command to on. Right, so this is the procedure for dual engine failure approach and landing with fuel available. We'll do the same just from Madeira Airport and with ditching on water and without fuel. We'll see how it goes then.